Hi, I just want to take a couple of seconds and talk about a maneuver that's very common in the airline world, really the world of aviation in general. Passengers may not quite understand it. I'm talking about something called a go-around. A go-around or a rejected landing happens in the case of an aircraft that intends to land, that doesn't land, it gets low to the ground, but suddenly goes back up into the air. And that can be very disconcerting if you're a passenger and you don't know what's going on. You're just looking out the side. You're coming down, the gear are down, the airplane's slowing down, the ground is getting closer, and all of a sudden you feel this surge of power. The airplane pitches up and it's climbing away with the engine spooling at a very high RPM. That's nothing to be worried about. They explain that, give you a good explanation. Basically, for some reason, the crew is not able to land on the runway at that time. And that could be for a variety of reasons. It's not emergency. The most common one is when there's insufficient spacing with an aircraft that's already on the runway, or perhaps one that's taken off. There's a certain minimum amount of space between airplanes that has to be maintained. And at some point, the air traffic controller may see that the aircraft are getting too close together, and he may command, or he or she may command, a go-around. You can say, American 604, go around, go around. And American 604, wherever it is, will just go around. They'll add power, climb up to an altitude, and perhaps fly what's known as a missed approach procedure, which is a particular instrument procedure, a track over the ground that must be flown in case of a go-around. It's kind of a pattern so that airplanes can get out of the way. And maybe the airplane behind can land and the other airplanes can land just fine. So it keeps the path going, keeps the traffic going. Another reason for a go-around, it could be something stuck on the runway, something on the runway. I've had that several times. I've had trucks broken down on runways. I've had dogs running on the runways. Yes, not in the U.S., but in other countries. Something going on, go around. Often another thing that can trigger a go around that happens is wind shear at a particular point. That causes a go around. You may not see anything. And sitting in the back, looking out the sides, you really can't tell what's going on. So if you find yourself back up in the air because of an aborted landing, don't worry. That's the safe thing to do. It's usually a sign of good judgment. There's no reason to get too close and bend metal, as they say. So just enjoy your time in the seat. You'll fly around for a few more minutes. It could be 5 minutes. It could be 10 minutes. You're going into a very busy airport. Typically, if a go-around is executed for any reason, it may be a while before you get back to the airport. If there's no airplanes around, you can probably turn downwind, land in a few minutes. But if there's 20 airplanes coming to JFK or 50 airplanes coming into Chicago, whatever, you may be number 50, and you have to work your way back in. Hopefully you have enough gas to do it again. So anyway, if you have to go around, don't worry about it. Just get a little more flight time and enjoy your flight. Thank you.